Welcome to the Velvet Room. How may I help you? You have solved the mystery and deflected the disaster that so nearly fell upon you. Is there something else beyond this you need our assistance with?
There's one last thing.
Intriguing. So, is there still something that leaves you unsatisfied? What may that be? Well then, let's take a look and see what it is you might be sensing. Ah, this is a surprise. These are shards of power, allowing one to see through to the truth of things without being swayed by hollow rumors. Interesting. Indeed, you have come here today for a reason. Then I shall play my part as well. That is a crystal of power which you have nurtured through your journey. An orb that repels fabrications of all sorts, dispels lies, and shines upon the truth.
You obtained Orb of Sight.
Truth is a thing which only appears to those who have observed, considered, and made a choice. At the end of the path you chose lies the truth. Believe in it, and continue without faltering.
How marvelous! It seems that you will reveal the journey's true end, one beyond our predictive power. Now go to the place where everything began.
It began raining. Hi there. Do you need something? Isn't this where I first? First? What are you talking about? Oh, is this about the part-time job? I'm sorry, we don't have an opening yet. You know Adachi? Ah, that serial murder suspect? A real tragedy, wasn't it? But the case was solved, right? Thank goodness. Did those two come here? Well, that's a weird question to ask. I don't know if it was right here, but I might have met them before. I've been in this town for a long time, so yeah, there's a good chance. But it's not like I knew them personally. If you've got nothing else, you mind leaving me alone? Oh, you still need something? Hey, I asked you to leave me alone. Did you miss that? Did you do anything to them? Huh? For those two? Ah, that's right. I remember now. I think I met them when they first came to town. So I greeted them saying, "Welcome to Inaba." But that's all. Just that. What about it? What did you do to me? What did I do? Don't you remember? I met you here when you first came to town and did the same thing as what I did to those two. I greeted you, that's all. Remember? We talked for a couple minutes. Hey, mind if I ask you something? Why all these questions? Is there something that's bothering you about the time when we first met? Yes, there is. Amazing. You've reached me at last. Let's drop this charade. To be quite honest, I was waiting for you to come. Adachi, Namatame, and you. It is I who awakened that power within you three. The ones who had potential. But having said that, I am rather surprised.
So the last battle wasn't enough for you? You certainly have the powers I was expecting.
Who are you?
You must know by now. Isn't that why you came? Your friends were drawn to the spark I stirred in you. That's why they're here now, with their awakened powers. Still, I didn't think you'd make it all the way to me. Indeed, I never expected this at all. You're really something. What? You don't remember? When you first came to town, I gave your power a gentle push. Just like this. Are you in high school? Does it surprise a city boy to see how little there is out here? There's so little to do, I'm sure you'll get bored fast. You'll either be hanging out with your friends or doing part-time jobs. Speaking of which, we're actually looking for part-time help right now. Give it some thought, why don't you? We don't mind if you're a student.
You felt an extreme dizziness.
You're not the only one I welcomed to town with a handshake greeting. I did the same for a few other outsiders like you. A handful of strangers were more than sufficient to stimulate a small place like this. But it seems the stimulus was stronger than I imagined, enough to envelop this town with fog, and later lift it. Not only that, you now stand before me as if your assigned part wasn't enough. What for?
To learn the truth.
What will grasping the truth do for you? Why such greed? I guess it's the foolish nature of being mortal.
I am Izanami. Amino-Sagiri, ruler of the fog, is merely an aspect of myself that I birthed long ago. You awakened to a power I had not imagined. And now here you stand, face to face with me. I can no longer ignore this situation as mere foolishness. This may be fate, as decreed by the world. Very well. This time I shall pit my full strength against you. But in return, you must come prepared to follow through in your futile resistance. I'll be waiting for you there.
The one you just encountered was the entity behind everything. Her name is Izanami, which is kind of cool because my first persona was Izignami. I don't remember how to say his name, but they're like in Japanese culture, they're like the two that created the world, and there's like a whole story between them, and they're like, she was like I don't want to go too far into it and get it all wrong, but basically, I think she was like the birther of goodness, or like she was like a good person, and then she died, some kind of sacrifice thing, and went to hell, and he went to go get her and bring her back, and then like found out that she was like decayed and dead, and like no longer mortal or godly or whatever. And so he like buried her in a cave and left her behind. And so now she's like the bringer of death, and he's like the bringer of life. Like something like she'll kill like 1,000, or she'll cause 1,000 deaths every year or every day, and he'll cause like 1,000 lives, kind of a thing. So they're like the balance, the yin and the yang kind of a thing. You can hear your friends' voices in the distance.
Hey, are you all right? Who was that you were just talking to? Did she just disappear? Wait, don't tell me.
You told your gathered friends what happened between you and the gas station attendant.
So, it wasn't over after all.
You're saying this so-called Izanami is the conductor, and she's waiting for us in the other world? If we don't beat her, I'm sure it'll all happen again.
Oh, okay. The others aren't far off, so I'll call them up.
Yeah, will ya? Tell him this is really gonna close the case.
Right. We'll defeat her and put an end to this for sure this time.
All right, then once we're all ready, let's meet up at Junes.
You have finally discovered the true cause of everything that happened. You must defeat this Izanami who waits for you in the other world. If Izanami truly gave birth to Amino Sagiri, then as long as Izanami is left alone, the town will definitely fall into the fog again someday. And if that were to happen, everyone, all those precious to you, would become mere shadows. This is the most important task you have ever faced, and it must be taken care of before leaving town. You must ensure complete peace for this town, where you lived with everyone.
All right!
Alright, this is finally it. So many things have happened up until now, but now we'll beat this Izanami and put an end to this. Right? Yes, but since we were spread out all over town until a moment ago, let's go over what happened. This is the last measure that must be taken. We need to make sure that we end this properly.
I'm sure we'll be all right if we work together.
I sense a tremendous presence. It's unlike anything we had faced. And it seems like a new area has formed.
I bet it's that lady. She's waiting for us there. That reminds me. That Amino something we beat said stuff like, "We'll meet again." If that thing's gonna show up again, let's crush him completely so he can't cause any more problems from here on out.
Damn straight. Let's go snap that thing in two. We'll do it and give Senpai a big farewell tomorrow.
Let's do our best like always, leader.
It is kinda sad that this really is gonna be the last time we do something like this. You know, this might sound like a weird thing to say, but it was a lot of fun.
That's because we all strove together toward a common goal. There were many things we believed in without questioning them. The culprit's identity, their motives. There were many occasions where we nearly gave up.
It may have been easier if we'd chosen to look the other way, but we didn't.
Even if we had to fight every inch of our way, I want to go on feeling, seeing, touching, and thinking for myself.
Yeah. Still, one person alone can only understand so much. That's why we're all here together.
Right! All for one and one for all!
So long as someone's got your back, you can kick against the pricks no matter how tough they are.
This is for our future!
So we can see him off tomorrow with no regrets.
Ew. Yosuke always has to try to make himself look all cool. But he's so pathetic, it makes my skin crawl.
Probably just fleas on your ratty old suit. I spilled juice on you earlier.
No wonder I smell of orangey freshness.
Well then, let's do this!
Ooh, creepy. Is this the zone that was at the very beginning of the game? I think it is, actually. Alright, let's see. Who am I taking? I don't really know how strong everything is. So I'm going to take my weakest people to start off with. And then we'll see if that was just a terrible decision. Nato's not actually one of my weakest, but I like taking her because... light and dark. Here we go. The power that you have attained and your determination to face me. Let's see how strong they are.
Uh-oh, that one's immune to darkness.
You can win this. Just don't use light on it. Careful, guys.
Awesome.
Teddy's health is pretty low. I couldn't defeat it!
Who do I have that's good against physical? Anybody? No, of course not. Why would I have somebody good against physical?
One enemy to go. Keep it up! Careful, guys. Teddy's health is pretty low. Last one. Go for it!
Very good, very, very good. I was just sitting here thinking, I hope I miss. Dude. Please stop hitting him. Anything can happen, right? Let's see what happens.
Let's see what pops out!
Everybody's down. Okay.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Everybody's down. What the hell? Oh man.
Come on down. Damn, couldn't finish it.
That was beneath me.
It wasn't your fault. It was the moron. The moron did it.
I can't lose here.
Woo, you're up! Time for a counterattack.
He's got no physical. Why did I not use her? That was stupid.
It got back up. Defeat it fast.
I won't lose!
Do I want to go for two? I do.
Come on, Miracle!
All enemies are down. Even better.
Betcha!
It's quite tenacious.
Dude!
Hey, not bad, Teddy. Keep it up.
Did you see how much damage that did? Holy
Let's see
crap!
what pops out!
1500 on a spell.
Come, Kozeon.
Come on down.
Nice.
What do they think would happen?
I've climbed the stairway to maturity!
That miracle thing is horrible but awesome at the same time. Oh, that was
Yes,
classic.
I leveled up.
So that wasn't enough to break your will. Come then, though you may accomplish nothing but needlessly prolong your suffering. Thank you for that vote of confidence.